This is a quick lesson on annotating your informational paragraphs. So this step is necessary to show that you understand the parts of your paragraph and for you to clearly and quickly see how many details and explanations you included in your paragraph. Another bonus is that it makes it easier for the person who's reading to understand your ideas, and if it's being graded, then it's definitely going to make it easier for the person grading your paper. The first step is to check is number 1, does the first sentence answer the question using words from the question? So if the prompt was, what should people do when they're sad? The first sentence, or the first second if there's a introductory sentence first, but it's usually at the beginning of the paragraph. It's going to focus the entire paragraph. Every sentence after it should prove what you say in the first sentence. So underline that sentence in black or blue, and again, you have to have the words from the question in your answer. I'll use this paragraph, it's blurry, but I'll use this one as an example. The question is, what can people do when they're sad? So here's my answer. When you are depressed, another word for sad, there are many ways you can make yourself feel better. So I'd underline that in blue or black. And that's my topic. So step number 2 is to underline your big supporting details. And if you used a tree map, they're from the rectangles from the tree map right here. These 3 details, underline those in red, and they should not be right next to each other, because in between you'll have explanations, and those we're going to underline in green. So for the sample paragraph, my 3 details were watching funny videos. First, you can watch funny videos. My next big detail was calling a friend, and my third one was to get some exercise. So again, just to look at the map, this map is a little different than the one I wrote, but my 3 details: watch a funny video, call a friend, go for a run. Under each of these, I gave examples or explanations or some type of further elaboration for this detail. So watch funny videos, I give examples, YouTube or Key and Peele, or call a friend, who would I call? Go for a run, what would I do? And I changed these in the written paragraph. So back to the paragraph. After the red detail, watch funny videos, these should be clearly related examples to that. So watching videos, I have YouTube and explained. It's better to distract yourself instead of feeling sorry for yourself. In addition, you can call a friend, and now I have more details about friends. Why would you call a friend? Because they might give you good advice and make you feel better. And then I gave an example of my own friends. Okay, last one. Exercise, going for a run, dancing, playing a sport, and I gave more explanation that science even shows that you should exercise when you're feeling sad. So you underlined these details, the explanations in green now, and now we're at step 4, and that's to check your last sentence. Does your last sentence restate your answer and add why it is important? And again, you're going to underline it in black or blue. So in this one should answer, why is it important for people to do these things when they're sad? So go back to my paragraph. When people are depressed, some people will just complain and feel sorry for themselves. It's important that you have a variety of ways to break out of your depression so that you do not remain sad. So your finished paragraph, if you have all of the pieces, should be black, a red detail, green explanations, another red detail, more green explanations for that detail, another red detail, more examples, explanations for this detail, and a concluding sentence. Another step is to circle any transition words or phrases that you used. So for instance, to add details, usually we have things like in addition, first, next, most importantly. So these kinds of words definitely make it easier to follow the main ideas of your paragraph. So I'll go back to mine. And you should have them before all of the red details so we know what the big ideas are. So first, in addition, lastly. Sometimes we use them for examples like for example and furthermore, adding another detail. So circle any of your transition words. You should have at least 3. Some final things you should always do when you are turning in a paragraph is make sure, number 1, your proper heading is on the upper right-hand corner of your paper. Proper heading has last name first, English, your period, and the date. Number 2, your table number should be on the upper left side of your paper. Number 3, you should have indented your paragraph, and if you didn't do it, write an arrow next to it and write the word indent so that I know that you should do it next time. Number 4, did you capitalize the first word of all sentences and use a period at the end of all sentences? Another thing that I didn't write on there is that when you're writing on a piece of paper, please don't write to the end of the paper. There should be a good inch margin on the outside of the paper. And hopefully, if you do all of these things, those are wonderful skills and habits and things you should do always for every class, anytime you have to write. And I hope that you understand this and you will master this soon.